Let's see what you got, Montreal. You weren't here last week. Let's see what you guys do this week. What do you think? Honest opinion though of this game. Give me your unbiased opinion and prediction.
I
I'll
think that
shoot.
I got you. I got you. I honestly think since it's honestly it is going to be a much closer game than people realize. I think with both sides switching it up a little bit. Obviously, you have Tampa Bay not having Astro and Montreal coming off and not playing last week and having a different roster, I believe, than their first game against LA. I think it's up for grabs on who's going to win this. Overall, I think Tampa Bay is the better team. So I'm expecting a little bit of a closer series than we've seen in the past couple two play days. I'm expecting like a 7-5 coming out from Tampa Bay.
Quite interesting bands here off the rip. Ace Osa. So I mean, you're the analyst. Give me some analysis on those bands.
Ace and Osa. I love the Osa ban. I think it is Osa is a very good operator on Villa if you play her correctly, and obviously banning her is a good idea. As for the Ace ban, kind of confused by it. I'm not sure if that was the best ban going out, but nonetheless, having Ace not chucking his Selmas at your walls could be pretty nice, but there is a lot of denial against that. They're probably better players. I'm just gonna let them handle that. But as for the last two bans, the cap can ban, very good. I think it's annoying just dealing with cap
Yeah, it is
cans.
annoying.
Yeah, I mean you can't. I mean there's not really any other analysis I can give for that, except it's just annoying to deal with. And Oryx with this 1.5 and how dangerous he is, like how I think he's the most picked operator on the defensive side in Siege as a whole right now. So getting rid of him, not really a strategic ban, more of just like a please don't shoot me with your gun kind of ban.
That was more insight than I would have given, honestly. Capcan's about the only guy on that out of that three that I would have been like, okay, I understand it. But that's also why I don't play in champ lobbies.
You're telling me. You're telling me, man. We're just a little bit of a lower ranked than everybody in this lobby, but it's so very fun seeing these players who are much better than. I don't know about you, but at least me, they definitely have way more gun skill than I have, and just seeing this level of competition is pretty exciting. So I'm glad Hyperseer brings that to the table.
I mean, in my prime with the old rank system,
Oh.
I I was barely touching plat one. Uh, Nate. So that was me in my prime. I mean, I'm fair. I'm a fair guy. So I'm not gonna make myself seem better than I am. But that's where I was. Other than that, I mean, I've always liked watching um, games of better people because
Yeah.
that's just how I feel like I am. But we'll
No,
see
I
what they
I
got
agree.
in store. You learn a lot. You definitely learn a lot from. We'll see. We'll see what's going on in this game. I mean, on the side of uh, the Invictus, a very standard roster coming out from them, and on the side of the Tidal Wave, we're looking at the only oddball pick here would be, I guess you could say, the Valk and the Maestro. But again, Intel is so important. I don't see an issue with that at all.
Mhm. I agree with that one. But as we're getting into this, anything on the operator side of things that for both teams who they picked, anything interesting you're seeing as we see this 4v4 going down?
Asian women take out Caleb, and I think it was who was it? It was Armor taking out Squids there. On terms of what your question said, as we get an engagement here between, uh, what am I gonna? What did you say again?
Just love. I think that's
Love,
just simple enough.
love. Okay, so as between love and that is Ducky taking out Keys, 3v4, but trying to finish my sentence here with the operators. The only I would say the only pick that stands out to me is Jackal as he gets wiped off the board by Ducky on this lovely play at the top of main stairs with the SMG 11.
My
4-2
goodness.
in the favor of the Tidal Wave. Gunny takes a little bit of damage as I Love pushes up the backside here. Ducky, is he going to get flushed out behind the shield? No. I Love's getting taken down by QX. He gets downed in the process by the gun of Gunny. Gunny's going to swing in. Takes the...
Oh.
No, he doesn't. Ducky takes his head, and that is a opening round to the Tampa Bay Tidal Wave.
That was absolutely gross gun skill coming out from Ducky, and you definitely want somebody who is very good with their weapon, holding that shield and making sure they don't push into study. And that is exactly what he did. Even though some of them walked into study, he was still there and holding that 90 angle and basically just took care of that for the whole Tampa Bay team. As far as the other picks go, I saw there's a little bit of fighting on the first floor between Love and I believe it was Armor. So, I just think for Montreal's side of things, I think they just need to calm down a little bit. I noticed that they're kind of rushing things a little bit. They obviously pushed into the round a little bit earlier than I would have liked. I think you got to grab a little more intel or push from another side to really expand your reach. But other than that, I mean, there's not really else we can say about that round other than it was what it was. So I'm just gonna let you just tell the tale of what operators they're going now.
Yeah, this one, they're going Kitchen. I mean, I like Kitchen. I think it's a good pick for them. Against, I would say, Tampa Bay, they're very standard safety picks. You got Castle, you got Mute, you got Valk. That's your pretty standard picks for this site, I would say. And then you throw in the Warden, which, again, back if he was casting this game, would be so happy. And then you throw in the Thunderbird. Again, Thunderbird's one of those picks where, like, you can say it's, like, useless, but then you can also make the argument that it's very useful. So I like Thunderbird. I like her more than Doc, personally, because you just put her station down, you walk away, and that's it. But, yeah, and then on the side of the Invictus, again, just a standard. These guys, from what we've seen in Hyper Series, they just like picking their guns. And exactly what they did is Pears gets wiped off the board by Caleb on the spawn peak in Garage. I haven't seen that spawn peak since like year 3 or 4, but it works.
Yeah.
It works to great use here as he takes the sledge off the board on such a big site with the amount of soft destruction that's available.
Oh yeah, and something else of
as
note.
Armor completely misses that in C4, and he will get collected by Gunny. 4-4. I cut you off.
No, you're fine. It was a pretty big engagement, but something else of note. They do have a lot of soft breach. Oh my gosh. Everybody's going down.
And that is intense. That is complete clear for the side of the Invictus. And they'll get this floor opened up with the pocket shotty of the Jackal and the skeleton key of the Buck. Nocturnal's going to try and fight that vertical play as QX runs away. The breach charges of IQ ring out, and we'll see if they can get any kills from this vertical angle. They have a lot of soft destruction still in the pocket, even without that sledgehammer. I Love's pushed all the way down now. He is all the way just outside of Memo. We'll see if he can do anything. He's going to punch down that castle barricade. Nocturnal is in bikes, just sitting there biding his time. We'll see if he gets collected here. Gets a little bit of damage taken from the vertical angle. Gunny drops into Laundry. Full control now. He gets killed by Ducky on the shotgun. QX gets killed by I Love. And Nocturnal kills I Love right back. Guns ablazing here. Gunny gets... nope, that's Squid's collecting Nocturnal. 2v1. Shotty in hand for Ducky. Gets collected by Gunny. And there we go. We're on 1-1.
And what a round for Montreal to really propel them back up after that first round defeat. And I think that was a much more collective effort on that one. I think they got upstairs control pretty handedly. I know there were some gunfights upstairs, some picks going up, but nevertheless, I think getting that upstairs control is going to be incredibly viable for this Montreal team, who we haven't really seen that much of. And honestly, in the Tampa Bay side of things, I think they need to have a little bit more of an upstairs presence on that kitchen hold. You got to at least kill 2 of them to really stop them from getting that upwards presence, and then they just pushed right down into sight and got control of it. So honestly, very good what we're seeing from Montreal right now. And Tampa Bay, it's still 1-1 series, so no matter what happens, I mean, both these teams are deadlocked right now. And I don't think one team right now is better than the other. But if you are Tampa Bay, you want to come out of this with an advantage. So you really have to use this statue hold. You really have to win this, as we're seeing a setup here of Caleb is just going to break open that hatch, which is quite a vital hatch. And again, just same kind of setup as before, except they're bringing a little bit of some different ops this time. Ducky running an alibi, and just some little ops here and there. So it's going to be an interesting round for sure.
Very. We will see what happens on the side of the tidal wave as they bring in the pulse. That's why I'm very interested in this pulse play. A lot of soft floor on Villa, as per many of the maps in the map pool. But Villa, just that hardwood floor is M870 by Armor. Okay. This is one of the General Crystal playbook on the Las Vegas Sevens, but I mean, I can't say anything bad about this gun. We'll see. Armor's gonna play in the closet, close quarters. This is usually a frost play, but he'll be more than happy to play this with the M870. Gunny takes about a half a damage on the PDW, but he's able to get QX, but he gets refragged by Ducky as he takes about half a damage in that engagement. The Ratero drones come in. Caleb on the roam downstairs still. Ducky on the full extension to pool. I love collects Nocturnal on the Yana. Ducky's now behind game room bar. Slams is going to look to try and push him out. Drones are in. There's the yellow ping as Buck gets him through the wall. That is the roam clear down, and that is map control for Montreal. Caleb takes a lot of damage downstairs. Pears gets him, and here come the Invictus. Collapsing on site, and that's the round. Squids takes out Armor, and that is that.
So, for the Montreal Invictus, I can kind of see where their strategy lies. I think it lies in the fact that they just run and gun through the building, and for Tampa Bay to adapt to that, they have to have better positioning and not stretch so far out beyond the site. I saw that they had more than 2 roamers on that site, at least at one point of the round. I think if you're Montreal, you keep playing like this. I mean, you're obviously pounding Tampa Bay, and it is not even such a defeat in the round as you have the advantage in the defensive split for Tampa Bay. It's just, I think, really just beating down on their morale as well. And having this momentum could prove deadly, as we've seen in the other series. If you have momentum...
Ducky picks him up. He's 16-5. Here comes the swing. That's QX, a flawless for the tidal wave. And boy, oh boy, have they flipped the script. It's now 5-4. Going in to round 10.
And what a game Ducky is having. And, on the other side of things, they're more even on the scoreboard. So, for Ducky to be having the game that he's having, I think that's the reason they're still in this game. And I think they're playing more of a team game, exactly how they wanted. I think they might have tuned into the stream a little bit, heard us talk about that. But they necessarily don't need to have better gun skill. You just have to drone each other in, and we just saw that. We saw more drones going out, them talking to each other, them helping each other. But that means nothing if they can't win these next 2 rounds, because you do not want Montreal to put you at match point this early on in the game.
For sure. I mean, especially you got all of the momentum is on your side here. You have one more round, and this game is 0-0 all over again. But looking back on that round, Montreal, they had they had 3 roamers, Cav, Vigil, Pulse. So, I mean, again, obviously they got the down, they didn't get the kill, but 3 roamers, you're up 5-3. I mean, I guess it's okay, but you could see here they've learned their lesson. They have completely shut the roamers down. In convincing fashion, actually.
So I believe we're having a little bit of some internet issues.
So
Even if they come back, I can do
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna run then.
All right, that's good. Hello, back. Yeah, internet died. Yeah, they're playing each other. I can cast this a little bit if you need. Unfortunate going out as I believe he dies to the Claymore being placed there. 5-5. Tampa Bay has tied this one up. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. We are back, and they were playing around while we were gone. Welcome back, Thermit. It is 5-5 right now. Tampa Bay has tied this one up with an unfortunate Claymore kill towards the end. Both teams now looking to win these last two games to avoid potential overtime. So if it is an overtime, it'll be only the third overtime this season. So
That's actually crazy to say though.
Yeah.
Only 3.
Yep. And two of them were by one team, and that was LA, who lost both of them. So a little unfortunate for them, but for Tampa Bay's sake, I mean, they've really come back. They've just put it to Montreal. They're not really letting them have anything at this point. Just kind of showing them that, hey, even though you might have some better gun skill, you don't have the team play that we do, and they're kind of outgunning them as well. Even though I say that, they're swinging well. They're swinging when they need to swing, and they're hitting their shots more. I think it honestly took them warming up a little bit. For Montreal, this is a little bit of a warning sign for things to come. For the operators, we have Paris, running the same smoke that Ducky ran in the first round, and other than that, pretty similar. Other than that, there's a Thunderbird going down, very crucial for the defense to have the Thunderbird. As you mentioned, it is very nice to have those little stations going down. But other than that, it's going to be one heck of a finish here we got here, Thermit.
Yeah, we got one heck of a finish in store. We're going to see here if this goes to OT or Tampa's going to continue riding that wave, that tidal wave of round wins in a row. They're bringing a Ying, which that's pulling one of the LA Ascension book there. Ducky's on the Ying. We'll see what he's able to do with that. I mean, he's 17-6. So he is having quite a game here. The help's slowly coming. It's slowly coming for him. No entries into sight. No drones really touching anywhere near it. A small roam clear happening right now for Armor on the below. Squid sits top red stairs. Paris sits top main stairs. With a little bit of help from his comrade Jaeger. As it looks like Tampa's just going to elect to, make sure they clear everything out first. But a big roam by the Thunderbird deep into bedroom on that side of the map. Here come the drones. Here come the clones. Here comes the Flores drones. All up main stairs. There goes the goodbye to your vision. The pairs. The frag barely keeps Key Slams alive. The Flores got the shield. Gwitz gets Duckies. That's a big kill for him. One Ying got off. Doesn't matter. Bears gets collected by Nocturnal. I don't know why you're going to use that phone call right now. The stun comes through. Caleb, big kill with the frag onto I Love. 3-4 in favor of Tampa Bay. The second nade comes through on Yana by QX. And the second nade of Caleb, that's the one that collected the kill. 3 stuns still in the pocket. Minute to go. Caleb, second kill on the Nook. That's a big one. Keys gets QX with his modicum of health. Big engagement down the 90 hallway. Gunny gets Caleb. 2-2. 45 seconds to go. Case in hand of Nocturnal. Armor's gonna just walk into sight here, uncontested. One's outside, one's involved. There's the pre-fire. That's all you need to know, Nock. Nock's gonna swing it. Nock's gonna get headshotted by Keys, and that's down to a 2v1. They know where one is. Do they know where the second is? It looks like they may. Nocturnal. Big round here if he could win this. Health is in favor of the Invictus. Not anymore. Pistol out. GS-18. Shots taken. Jaeger, you just gotta play time. Nocturnal swings.
Oh.
And Jaeger wins the round on, I think it might have been the last bullet in the clip. It was. Jaeger and Keys. What a round. 6-5. Map point. Montreal.
What a round. Especially the finale of that one. Kind of confused why the Flores knock used the pistol there. I'm assuming he didn't have any ammo left in his primary. Yeah, that's just what I'm gonna run with. But other than that, to push this one into overtime, I think honestly Tampa Bay just needs to keep playing the same way that they were playing in the previous rounds. Even this round, I mean, you get it to a 1v1, it's still not a horrible round. So they just need to kind of focus on their game plan, drone each other in, just kind of work with each other the same way that they always have. Just stick to your laurels, and hopefully they can pull this out to at least take this one into an overtime for the third time this season here, Thermit.
Yeah, Ducky getting killed early, because that's what Ducky getting killed early was a big kill for Montreal. So we'll see if that happens here again. Obviously, Ducky being on Nomad, very crucial kill. But 6-5 for Montreal. This has been a very close game, as was the Invictus Ascension game a couple weeks back. Caleb was heating up last round. We'll see if he can continue that. I mean, they strung just as Montreal strung together 4-5 in a row. Tampa Bay answered, and they strung their 4-5 in a row. So we'll see if this goes 1-for-1, or Montreal packs them up and sends them back to the Bay Area down in Tampa Bay. Yeah. Nocturnal switching onto Flores. Caleb goes back on the Nook. QX onto the Jackal. So big 3 switches come through. I usually don't mention those because they're just on screen, but I feel like those 3 switches are very crucial to this round, because last round they ran those setups and those guns were feeling pretty good on those guys. The Frost is going to be a very interesting play by Gunny. We'll see if anything happens with that. Gal, what do you think, man? What do you think? Honest.
I mean,
OT?
I'm thinking OT here. I mean, especially since the way Tampa Bay's been playing recently, I think they'll take this to an OT. I think they have more fragging ops. I'm gonna throw Dokkaebi in there as another fragging op, and I just hope to see her utility used as, oh my goodness, Armor.
Beautiful.
Get a huge first kill. That is amazing.
That's a beautiful first kill working together. That's a big second kill by QX. He's left with 1 health. There's another one here at 90. Rumor can go for a 2-piece if he can get this. Jaeger, no, I love kills him. But there's a Ducky's with him. They exchange a couple of shots. Ducky gets the worst of it. And I don't know if he shot that cam personally. So that cam might still be up. But it looks like he's going to go back on his drone, double check where that Jaeger ran to. Here comes Nox swinging through Vault. I Love does not have a Thunderbird this time to help him up. So it's going to be up to him. Here comes a nade, and it's going to get him. I Love is down by Caleb. That's the second round in a row that he's able to collect someone with the frag on the Nook. 4-2 in favor of in front of Tampa Bay. Montreal might be to send this one to OT unless a miracle happens here, but it's very doable with the health advantage that Montreal has in terms of pure numbers. QX and Ducky, remember, they've taken a lot of damage here. Tons of utility still in their pockets. Minute to go. Case in Nocturnal's hand. Gunny holding this really tight angle. If he walks through, he's gonna change angle. I don't know how that's a headshot personally, but that rock him to Rainbow. Gunny gets a second, and he spins it right back. Pears gets us another, And whoa, well. The Montreal Invictus might have just spun this one back in their favor. 30 seconds to go. It's up to Caleb in full health. If he's going to see Gunny, he's going to see him right now. He's not going to see him. He is going to see him. 20 seconds to go. 1 health for Caleb and a dream paired. An impact will kill him. Can he do it? He got his zombie barricades to go through. He's going to pop that Nook gadget, but I don't think there's enough time. I think time is going to be Caleb's worst enemy here, unless he could swing and get this kill right now. It's not going to happen. The Montreal Invictus hold on and win 7-5 on Villa after an amazing back and forth, shot for shot, boxing match like fight. Montreal take Villa.
And I would just like to point out that my prediction